Okay, so today we're going to be talking about identifying a piece of glass that I happened to find while out sourcing. And I discovered, I knew what it was when I found it. I shouldn't say I knew what it was, but I knew it was something. I knew it was a piece of Victorian glass. I knew it was really old. I knew it was really cool. But the clue to discovering it, I actually found in this book right here. Now, here's the funny thing. It's not milk glass. It's black glass. But the key to discovering it was in this milk glass book. This is why I say sometimes you find the instrumental key into identifying a piece in some of the strangest places. Now in the morning I like to have my coffee and flip through my books, just nice and slow, just to kind of let certain pictures sit in the memory banks so that when I go out, if I see something and I go, oh, I saw that somewhere, that I know, I might not know exactly where I saw it or I might not remember exactly what it was, but I do remember I saw it in one of my books, so I usually pick it up. So I did not see this picture before I picked this piece up, though. I should point that out. So as I'm flipping through my books, I see this right here, this really pretty piece of opaline, and it's a tray, a dresser tray. And I was reading about it here, and it was a piece that was shown in the Butler Brothers catalog in the early 1900s, and that it had a scroll edge, and it was a Dithridge piece. And I went, that looks awful similar to a piece that I have. It's just in black. It's just not quite right. So I began, as I normally would, using the Google lens, and I did not get anything close to what the picture was. This is the problem with Google Lens. I have taken pictures of, oh, hold on, I'll show you. I have taken pictures of this. This is glass, milk glass, and gotten coffee filters. I have taken pictures of other pieces and come up with toilet bowls. So sometimes Google Lens is not our friend. Sometimes it's a great jumping off point, but sometimes it gives you a big fat goose egg. Google Lens had done that for me, but I found this picture and I started typing in Dithridge, different Dithridge names and different Dithridge pieces, and I came across a fantastic website, which I will link in the description box below so that anybody else out there who is looking for certain patterns will know this is a very good resource to use. So, what did I find? And what did it end up by being? Here we go. So here it is. This is the piece of black glass here. And it is very heavily trimmed in gold gild around all of the edges. And the gold on this is actually in fantastic condition. And on the back is a number. Now, I've come across this quite a few times in pieces of older Victorian style glass. And come to find out that Dithridge, that's something Dithridge did. They put their mold numbers on the back there like that. So this piece was part of their Jet and Gold, and it was advertised in a 1901 Butler Brothers catalog as solid, bright, jet black bodies, all embossed parts heavily gilded. There we go. So this is a smaller piece. This would have been part of their Rays collection. And all the pieces have a common design element, but each piece has a different shape and a mold number in this Rays pattern. This would have been a small little pin tray. So that's the big piece. When I found it, I was very excited. I have to be honest, it's not often that I come across a piece of black Victorian milk glass, or glass. I shouldn't say milk glass, glass. So here's the piece in a different color. They came in a couple of different colors, and it is Ray's End. So here's the piece in a catalog by Brooks Brothers, and you can see there it is in the red square, and some of them did have paintings on the inside that were done hand paintings. It's a pin tray. Here's a better look at the design elements that are scalloped around the edges of the piece. Another catalog by Dithridge & Co. And it's Ray's End again. I wanted to give you a look at some of the other pieces that were in this line. It is a beautiful line, all of it gold gilded, jet and gold. You have a glove box, a small pin box, and a tray. But wait, there is more. Did I have more Dithridge? So in my search to identify my piece of black Victorian glass, and finding out that it was Dithridge, I totally forgot that I had this piece sitting. I picked this piece up for $1, $1. Whoever had it didn't want it and was totally looking to get rid of it. And I can understand why, because at first glance, it just looks like a beat up piece of milk glass. And it really is. It's been through some tough times. You can see the paint is really kind of faded. It almost looks like there was something like a message written here across the top. Not that I can make it out, but it has pretty flowers and it has the gold embossing, and it's a good sized little plate here. And then I flip it over and I look on the back, and let's see if I can get it into focus here. There is a number 207 there written on the back. And I went, wait a minute. Now, at first I thought this was a bottom to a butter dish because of this raised kind of lid here. Turns out this was how the plate was supposed to be intended. It had no cover. It was just a plate, and this is their keyhole variant. This would have come in many different colors and had many different paintings to it and had many different designs on the inside as well. So look, flip over that old milk glass, guys. If you find a piece and you see a mold number on it, now I'm not saying this is definitive, but there's a very good chance that if you see that mold number, a big number printed on the back, that your antique milk glass could be Dithridge. And here is that plate in a catalog page circa 1900s. Now, these catalog pages were very expensive and they didn't have photography to use, so they used hand drawings. These trays came in, or plates came in, many different patterns and colors and styles. And here on these next two slides are examples of those styles and patterns. That got me wondering about a few of my other pieces. Now, this is a Dithridge piece itself. This is a dresser bottle. I don't have the stopper for this one. This, too, has a mold number on the bottom. Oh, there it is right there, a number 3. I'll show you pictures of what they would have looked like with the stopper on them. So as I go digging through my Victorian milk glass, I'm finding out that more and more of my pieces are actually Dithridge. And here's a picture of the dresser bottles with their stoppers. I really wish I had the stoppers for these. Originally, when I picked this piece up, I thought it was some kind of strange light fixture or vase. This is another piece of Dithridge, as I've come to find out. This one is gilded in the green. It probably would have had some kind of hand-painted flowers along the top. It is in really excellent condition. And this one is actually molded and marked in 2 spots. It's marked underneath the lid here, as well as marked on the bottom there, number 25. This also was in quite a few of the catalogs. This was sold as a 4.5-inch covered jewel or hat pin box. And inside, I'm using it for, pins, bobby pins, all sorts of different pins. It sits in my bathroom, and that's what I use it for. Use those pretties. And here's another 1900 Butler Brothers catalog. The red circle is the pin tray or jewel box. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me on the fourth, I think it's the 4th installment of Investigating a Find. Whenever I find something really interesting that I think was either really easy or really hard to identify, I'm going to plop it in here. I'm going to try to do one of these like every Friday, but sometimes I might not have anything to show. I don't know. So I just want to thank you all. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, even if you have a question about something. Leave it in the comment section below. It really helps me out, all those thumbs up and those comments, so I can keep producing content like this. So until next time, everybody, stay swanky and stay classy.